Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you the brand new Shaman. So I will start off with the restoration and let's see what abilities you get baseline. So you got Ancestral Spirit, which is your resurrection, and you also got Ancestral Vision, which is exactly the same as the Paladin's one. It returns everyone to life. It's a nice mass resurrection. You got Chain Heal, you got Healing Rain, you got Chain Lightning, Astral Shift, Flame Shock, Ghost Wolf. You got Healing Stream Totem, Healing Surge, Healing Tide, Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, Healing Wave, Riptide, Spirit Link, Heroism or Bloodlust if you're Horde, Spirit Walker's Grace, and your Interrupt. This is everything you got. So let's see the talents. So at level 15 you can take Undulation. Every third healing wave or healing surge you cast heals for an additional 50%. Nice. You got Unleash Life. Unleashes elemental forces of life, healing a friendly target for 16k and increasing the effects of the summon's next direct heal by 30%. It does what it does. And Torrent. Increase the instant heal from Riptide by 4%. At level 30 you got Gust of Wind, which is a movement increase. Practically it leaps you. It leaps your character into a certain distance. Graceful Spirit, which is the one I have chosen. It reduces the cooldown on Spirit Walker's Grace by 6%, by 60 seconds, and increases your movement speed by 20% while it's active. And also increases your movement speed in Ghost Wolf by an additional 10%. And Windrest Totem summons a totem at a location for 15 seconds, continually granting all allies who pass within 10 yards 6% movement speed for 5 seconds. So this is practically a Stampeding Roar. You go at level 45, you got Lightning Surge Totem. Quick mention to that is that no longer replaces beneath you. It's now, you're now able to cast it. Let me just show you how it's done. You can see you got a nice marker where you can put it. You are no longer you're no longer how to say that, you're no longer unavailable to just put it down and then have to the totemic projection talent to just base it whatever you want. And you got Earthclap Totem, which is exactly the same as this right now, and you got Voodoo Totem, which replaces Hex and summons a totem at the destination for 10 seconds. The totem hexes all enemies within 8 yards into frogs. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. At level 60 you got Crushing Waves. Riptide grants an additional charge of tidal waves. Nice. Ancestral Guidance, you all know what it does. And Deluge. Chain heals for an additional 30% on targets within your healing rain or affected by your Riptide. So this is practically the same thing as High Tide is right now, more or less. At level 75, this is the best totem in the freaking game. What it does is summon a totem. All allies within 20 yards from the totem gain 10% increased health, and if someone dies, the totem will be consumed to allow them to be reincarnated with 20% health and mana. Cannot reincarnate an ally who dies to massive damage. So if you died by a mythic ability which does a metric shit ton of damage, so you won't be able to be resurrected. But if you die from, let's say, a normal attack, or I don't know, you stood in the fire for example, you can be resurrected back. You got the Earth and Shield Totem, summons a totem with practically the same health as the summon has at your feet for 15 seconds. 6k damage from each attack against allies within 10 yards of the totem is redirected to the totem. Nice. And you got Ancestral Vigor. This is a returning ability. Targets you heal with Healing Wave, Healing Surge, Chain of Heal, or Riptide's initial heal gain 10% increased health for 10 seconds. At level 90 you got Bottomless Depths. Resurgence always triggers when you heal a target below 60% health. If you don't know, Resurgence is a passive that you got. Your direct heal, criticals refund a percentage of your maximum mana. You got Cloudburst Totem, which is exactly the same as this right now. You can also reactivate it if you use it, and it just does the healing. And you got Echo of Elements, which is my personal favorite. Riptide, Healing Stream Totem, and Lava Burst now has 2 charges. In addition, when you consume a charge of tidal waves, you have a 10% chance to generate a charge of Riptide. You no longer have the 2 Spirit Link totem. This is something that you have to remember. At level 100 Ascendance, you all know what it does. High Tide has been nerfed to the fucking ground. Chain Heal bounces to one additional target, and its fall off with its bounce is reduced by half. No longer what it does in the game with the Warlords of Draenor expansion right now. And Wellspring creates a surge of water that flows forward, healing all friendly targets in a wide arc in front of you for 20k. So there aren't graphically something special, right? You got your healing rain, and just do the healing rain. This is the undulation, a healing of next healing wave or healing surge increased by 50%. So I would use it on a healing surge, which is my big heal. And you no longer have, at least I haven't seen it yet, you no longer have the Earth Shield, thank God for that. You got your healing stream totem, you got your healing tide. You can no longer, you can place both of them, so for a more bursty heal. You got Wellspring, which is that. It's just fire and forget. So I would like to show you now the most overpowered ability exists in the freaking game. I'm dropping the totem. You'll see I'm going to die. This is normal. As you see right now, the totem just disappeared, and I can just do totemic revival, and I'm back into the game. So this is the summon, guys. Pretty nice, and it's got a nice flavor. Some of these classes irritating things, is like keeping Earth Shield up, has been removed, thank God. And it's a fun spec to play and heal with, right? So let's go to my personal favorite, the enhancement Shaman. So I'm back on the enhancement, and let's see what you take as baseline. Okay, you got Ancestral Spirit, Astral Recall, Astral Shift. You got Rock Beater weapon, which from Italian is called Boulder Fist. You got Crash Lightning, Frostbrand, yeah, Flame Tongue. You got the Feral Spirits. You still got Farsight for some reason. You got Healing Surge, Hex, Lavalas, Lightning Bolt, Storm Strike, and your Interrupt. And that's all you get. So let's see the talents. And I believe this is one of my favorite melee specs right now, apart from Warrior. At level 15, you have to choose between Windsong, lasts your enemy for 9k nature damage, and enhances your weapons with wind, increasing your attack speed by 20%. You got Hot Hunt, melee attacks with Flame Tongue active have a chance to make your next level as cost no Maelstrom and deal 100% increased damage. And you got Boulder Fist, replaces Rock Beater, slams your target with the power of the stone, dealing 15k nature damage and enhancing your weapons for 10 seconds, increasing all your critical strikes by 10% and all damage you deal by 5%. At level 30, you got Rainfall. It's instant, it's practically rain, how do you call it? The healing rain. It's on a 10-second cooldown, and your abilities like Storm Strike and Lavalas extend the duration of Rainfall by 3 seconds for up to maximum of 30. If you choose this one, you can actually have it done pretty much 100% of the time. Feather Lance is a nice leap ability. It's a gap closer. And Windrush, it is exactly the same. At level 45, those things are exactly the same as for every spec of the Shaman. At level 60, you got Lightning Shield, Nostalgia only, Ancestral Swiftness, which is by far the best choice for me. Increase haste by 8% and attack speed by 8%. And Hailstorm, Frostburn now enhances your weapon's damage, causing each of your weapon's attacks to also deal 1k frost damage. At level 75, got Tempest. Stormbringer now affects the next 2 Storm Strikes. Overcharge, Lightning Bolt now consumes up to 60 Maelstrom for up to 1500% increased damage, but has a 7.4 second cooldown. So Overcharge and the Rampage ability of the Warrior at the previous build on the beta actually did exactly the same thing. I mean, your hard hitting ability could consume up to something more than than the cost it has right now in order to deal a metric shit ton of damage. Rampage no longer has it. Overcharge remain for the lightning bolt of the Shaman. Pretty nice. And you got Empower Stormblast. Stormblast now sprints to one additional target and deals 30% additional damage. Nice. At level 90, Crashing Storm. Crash Lightning also electrifies the ground. Crash Lightning, by the way, is your chain lightning. And leaving an electrical field behind, which deals damage, which damage enemies within within it for 5k nature damage over 6 seconds. Fury of Air creates a vortex of wind 8 yards around you, dealing 1k damage every 1 second to all enemies caught in the storm, slowing them for 30 seconds, for 3 seconds by 30%. Sundering. Smash the ground in front of you, causing 36k physical damage and knocking enemies to the side. This is taken directly from the Thrall from Heroes of the Storm. At level 100, Ascendance, you all know what it does. Earthen Spike summons an Earthen Spike under an enemy, dealing 18k physical damage and increasing physical and nature damage you deal to the target by 10% for 10 seconds. Nice. And if you got Landslide, Boulder Fist now and also has your weapon, increasing your attack power by 8% for 10 seconds. So what you have mainly to understand for this spec is that your Boulder Fist or Rock Beater and Frost and Flame Tongue are the ones that create all the perfect and delicious Maelstrom. Let me see if I have no. So you got, again, you still got your beautiful Maelstrom weapon. So this is something that you have to bear in mind. You got Frostbrand, melee attacks reduce the movement speed of the target by 50%. This is more for PvP, I guess. And let me just show you the Crash Lightning, how it looks. Oh, I have to be in the melee range, come on. It is a nice ability, right? And you got your wolves. And let me just show you how Sundering looks, which is amazing. Sundering! It's a nice ability, don't get me wrong. Now for the Feral Launch, it was supposed to make you look like a wolf that jumps on the target. Yeah, it's just a gap closer, nothing more, guys. I mean that graphically it's not something that's super wow. So you got from the Landslide increased attack power, you also got the critical strike increased by 10 and damage you deal increased by 5. So this is the methodical spec, right? But it's so fun to play with. Crash Lightning and everything goes around you and dies. Die a horrible death. So it's pretty fun to play the enhancement. I mean, all the procs you get and all the increase from the buffs that you got that you possibly are going to get because there's nothing else to press here. So it keeps a nice pace and it has a lot of interaction with everything, with a Maelstrom, with your abilities. You got your wolves to do and go and do their job. It's pretty okay in my book. So now it's time to see the not the enhancement, the Elemental Shaman. So guys, this is the Elemental Shaman. You still got Maelstrom here, so you don't have to worry about it. A baseline, you still get elemental, lightning bolt. You got chain lightning. You got flame shock. You got earth shock. You got thunderstorm. You got your earthquake totem, which is earthquake. You got lava burst. You got your fire elemental and the earth elemental. And you got your heroism. You got your astral shift. You got your healing surge. You got your interrupt. And this is all that you get. So let's see the talents. I have to say that I'm not overly surprised with how Elemental is playing right now, but if you enjoyed it, good for you. At level 15 you have to choose between Path of Flame. Lava Burst deals 5% more damage and causes flame shock to spread from the target to a nearby target. Remember that you still get Lava Surge, so this is something that you have to bear in mind. Earth and Rage, it is the mastery of the Elemental Shaman in the Worlds of Draenor. And we got Totem Mastery. You created 4 totems, and that helps you with everything you do. Pretty nice, and I believe that this is going to be the go-to for single target. Probably Path of Flame is going to be the go-to for multi-target because you are going to take full advantage of your Lava Surge. At level 30, it's exactly the same. Level 45, exactly the same. At level 60, you have to choose between Elemental Blast, which does exactly the same thing as it does right now. Ancestral Swiftness, which is as it's doing for the other guys. And you also got Lava Echo of Elements. Lava Beast now has 2 charges. Other effects, practically this means that your Lava Surge will instead grant you 1 more charge. At level 75, you got Elemental Focus. Flame Song has a 5% chance, increased chance to trigger Lava Surge, boohoo. Primal Elementalist, you all know what it does. Ice Fury. It does some damage and causes your next Frost Shock ability to deal 400% increased damage. At level 90, you got Elemental Mastery, your on-demand 2-minute Bloodlust. Storm Elemental, you know what it does, but it replaces your Fire Elemental, you have to remember this one. Aftershock, you spell refund 25% of all Maelstrom spent on them. Yeah, okay. Ascendance, you all know what it does. Lightning Rod, this is nice. Your Lightning Rod and Chain Lightning have a 30% chance to make the primary target a Lightning Rod for 10 seconds. Lightning Rod takes 30% of all damage you deal with Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning. And Liquid Magma summons a totem at the target location for 15 seconds that has Liquid Magma. It's exactly the same talent as it is right now. So how you play this spec? Instead of lightning shield charges, you have to see your Maelstrom. It is considered that you have to spend your Maelstrom on your obviously Earthshock because it will deal quite more damage, right? And this is exactly how you play this spec. I mean, it feels so boring to play this one, and I won't bullshit you. I mean, I'm just standing here, I'm spamming my ability, I'm just waiting to go to 100 Earthshock and repeat. Now Ice Fury has no graphic, but what it does, it gives you 4 charges for a 400% increased damage on your Frost Shock. Yeah, okay, I guess. Your Earthquake Totem, it requires 50 Maelstrom. Let me just get them and show you what it does. So it's an instant and you just do the Earthquake Totem out. You also got again your Thunderstorm. Go in, it does some damage. Calls down a ball of lightning, deals 3k damage to all enemies within 10 yards, reducing their movement speed and knocking them away from the Shaman. It's usable when stunned. So let me show you in the Gust of Wind. It is practically a nice leap that you're doing here. It's either a gap closer or a movement speed increase, if you consider this a movement speed increase. It's the best, by the way, to get out of fire situation, so thumbs up for that. And this is Elemental Summon, guys. To be entirely honest with you, I really enjoyed Enhancement. Elemental, it feels a little bit stale to me. And Restoration is Restoration. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this one. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.